Well, from getting smart about your car purchase to staying smart about your overall financial well-being, a 2023 Northwestern Mutual study finds 2/3 of Americans believe their financial planning needing some improvement here, a 4% rise from 2022. And nearly 1 in 5 of those surveyed said that economic uncertainty led them to either begin working with a financial advisor or plan to work with one at a later date. The report found that generally, working with a financial advisor boosts confidence in a range of areas. And here with more is Domain Money founder and CEO Adam Dell. Adam, great to have you here in studio with us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. First and foremost, I mean, we got to talk about the results that many people expect when they begin working with a financial advisor and how they can ultimately, regardless of their financial status, find an advisor that wants to work with them too.
Yeah, well, a lot of people feel as though access to a financial advisor is inaccessible because they don't have enough assets to be interesting to traditional RIAs. And so it's important to find a financial advisor who will work with you where you are in your financial life.
And so ultimately, with that in mind, what do people ultimately want in that financial advisor experience from what you're seeing?
Yeah, they want peace of mind. They want a clear understanding of where they are and what their goals are and how they get there. Nobody plans to fail, they fail to plan. And so having a clear set of steps to take to reach your goals gives people, a clear understanding of what they need to do in order to achieve what they want to do in their life. People have children, they need to save for college, they want to buy a house, they need to save for that house, they want to retire, they need to plan for those things.
How do people know when they have a good financial advisor versus a financial advisor that's not executing in their best interest, or frankly, a bad financial advisor, and distinguishing between the two?
Well, a good financial advisor won't charge you a 1% asset under management fee because there's an inherent conflict of interest with the 1% AUM fee. Every year, your advisor is taking 1% of your assets away from you. And over time, that compounds to an enormous number of dollars over your life. And so a good financial advisor will give you a clear financial plan for your goals and not charge you based on how much money you have.
And so as we think about where the financial advisor role is changing, there's the whole element of generative AI and artificial intelligence that's being layered into just about every career. How is this impacting the, of course, advisor component of this too?
Yeah, people want to speak to a human being and a real expert that's knowledgeable about financial planning. I don't want to entrust my health to a robot. I don't want to entrust my financial life to a robot. I want to talk to a real live person who's knowledgeable on the subject.
What's the immediate step that someone can take today to just begin on the pathway of improving their financial well-being, the small decisions that can make big impacts over time?
Yeah, well, at Domain Money, we offer a free strategy session where people can talk to a financial advisor and get a clear understanding of, well, what are the big things that we need to be thinking about for our family? Do we have debt? Are we on track for retirement? Have we put enough aside each month for the 529 savings plans for college? Those very basic things are really the starting point of financial planning. Then you get into bigger hopes and dreams. Well, how do we take that vacation we want to take this year? How do we make sure that we can retire sooner? All of those things require planning, and the best way to do that is to sit down and start today. The expression, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the next best time is today. It's the same with financial planning.
And planting a tree, of course, an investment, not just for the ecosystem, of course, more oxygen created, but at the end of the day, when you think about the investments that people are asking you about now too, it can be a range of things from, should I invest in, a property that I want to flip, or should I invest in Bitcoin? What is that top investment that people are asking you about in order to create perhaps some passive stream of income as well?
Yeah, well, the most important thing is to get the basics right. Make sure you're maxing out your tax-advantaged accounts. Your 401k, your Roth IRA, and making sure that each one of those is set up properly. We have lots of clients who come to us who have sort of bungled their Roth IRA and need some help sort of unwinding it. And a lot of a lot of investment firms, especially the robos out there, they don't really care whether or not you've done it right. They just want an account. And so ensuring that you've done that properly is really part of the basics. The other thing is to ensure that you have an emergency fund in place, because there are perturbations in people's lives, and you need to have a buffer to ensure that if you do have a hiccup, you have an emergency fund in place to take care of it.
Domain Money founder and CEO Adam Dell, thanks so much for taking the time here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.